Told us that before we left.
Yeah, minutes before that, but we just barely made it back into our room whenever it started.
And I mean, were you thinking, oh my gosh, this woman told us that before we left?
Yeah, I thought it had a positive correlation to it. Like, obviously she was telling us that in either to tell us, to warn us, or to tell us that we were all going to die, and she was part of it. So
okay, so they want the description of this woman. Describe to me what this woman looked like.
Her and her boyfriend were both Hispanic. They were probably about shorter 5-footers, probably about 5'5", 5'6". They just look like everyday people.
Can you tell us anything more about them, what they look like? Why were they escorted out? Were they escorted out because you were feeling uncomfortable about what they said?
Yes, because she had been messing with the lady in front of her and telling her that she was going to die, that we're all going to die. So they escorted her out to make her stop messing around with all the other people in front of them, but none of us knew that it was going to be serious.
Clip after clip after clip, bullets flying everywhere, everybody running. It was really, really bad.
And you guys said that there were multiple shots fired.
We were the furthest VIP stages away from Mandalay Bay, and they were ricocheting everywhere where we were. So they were firing from somewhere high, and they were unloading clip after clip after clip after clip.
So there was a shooter, you believe?
Multiple shooters.
Multiple shooters.
It has to be.
How many people were hit? Did you see?
We have no idea. Hopefully none, but there was obviously people hit.
Did you guys see any victims? I mean, as far
we
as...
just saw one drive by right now,
hanging out of the back of the truck.
CPR.
Out of the back of the truck right now, CPR.
Wow.
There's bullets ricocheting, like bounced down by the bottom of our feet because we all got on the floor, crawling out, rushing, because everybody's rushing out.
Sounded like 2 firecrackers, ended up being hundreds of shots.
Yeah.
So it sounded like hundreds of shots.
Yeah.
It was hundreds of shots.
It was.
It wouldn't sound like it was hundreds of shots.
And then what happened? I mean, how long ago did this happen?
5 minutes, not even.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's still, people are still running scared. The back streets are all full of people trying to hide out. I mean, it sounded like a firecracker, and then it ended up not sounding like a firecracker at all.
What did you guys think when you first heard this?
We heard two little crackles.
I thought it was like technical or like just something just wrong with the stage, and then it started happening again. That's when everybody started rushing out.
What's your name?
Justin.
You got blood on you. Is that from your injury or is that from somebody else?
That's not me, brother. That's not mine.
What'd you see inside?
I'll tell you what, man. I was here enjoying the concert just like every other fellow American here. And, things happen, brother. What goes on here isn't American. That's not what we're about. And this is not okay. Other people run. That's okay. That's on them. I'm here for everybody else.
How many people did you help? How many people
7.
did you see down?
How many people did I see down? Probably close to 20.
In various, obviously, conditions?
Look, man, I'm not wearing any clothes up here. Everyone who I thought, has passed on, they have an article of my clothing covering their eyes, covering part of their body. Everyone who I saw breathing, I help, man. None of this is mine. I'm here for everybody else, brother.
What are you thinking right now? I can't even imagine.
Look, man, I'm an American. I'm proud of where I'm from. I carry a weapon. Obviously, you can't carry in here. That's their deal. That's what they're proud of, whatever. Not me, man.
Where were you when the shot started? I heard Jason Aldean was singing at the end of the concert.
Correct.
And it sounded like fireworks. He took off running. Kind of explain where you were, what you heard.
So it did sound like fireworks. I've been around guns my whole life. I did not hear a single after percussion where it would have made you think that it was a firearm. Maybe because of the people that were there, but it did sound like fireworks. I got tagged in my hand. I don't know, maybe glass, something. As soon as I felt that, I got all my friends. I said, get out. And I ran the other way, man. I'm here to help people, so.
How many people are still in there injured? Have they got most everybody out? Are there other people still in there that helped out?
Look, man, everybody that's still on that side of the line has passed on, brother. So.
Well, appreciate you you're helping. And sorry.
Appreciate you guys.
Sorry, I didn't meet you in the circumstances, but okay.
Aldean was playing and we were in our booth and we thought it was fireworks. And then it just didn't stop. And I'm like, Debbie, that's not fireworks. And then people started running, and we asked what was going on, and they said it was a shooter, and then we realized it sounded like machine guns. It sounded like more than one machine gun, and it just didn't stop, like 30 minutes.
What'd you guys do?
we were hiding in a beer truck behind our booth and in a Budweiser truck for about 30 minutes. And
so I thought it'd be a good idea to get to the top of the hotel where I was staying. I'm at the Delano, and there's a Skyfall Lounge, a bar that overlooks the strip at the top. So I went to the 64th floor to go to the Skyfall Lounge, and it was full of people drinking. Nobody had any idea what was going on. And I had a bird's eye view of the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival right across the street. My friend and I personally saw crowds of people running out of the festival and bodies hitting the ground. We actually watched these people getting gunned down from the shooter on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay.
Were you able to see the shooter?
We didn't see, we couldn't see the Mandalay Bay at all from where we were. The Mandalay Bay was behind us. We could only see the music festival and people running away.
And so you're there high up on top of this building right now, and you're seeing people dropping down. Did you get a sense that maybe they were just, did you really realize what was happening at the moment, that they were being trampled, or that they were actually people who were being shot at that moment?
At the moment, we did realize that they were being shot. We could hear the gunshots. Coupled with what we heard of machine gun fire downstairs, we knew that it was an active situation. At that point, we actually went to go downstairs to the lobby to see if we could find out more. And when the elevator got to the lobby and the doors opened, the air just reeked of gunpowder, and crowds of people were running to the elevators trying to escape. And I guess at that moment, there was also shooting going on inside of the Mandalay Bay. So a little bit later, I got on Periscope and started broadcasting. I had a little over 10,000 viewers watching, and I was down there while it was evacuated, and there was nobody out there. The front desk was gone. It was totally like a ghost town. And we actually met up with these other guys who were also looking, trying to find information, and we met up with these security guards and police officers who asked us what we were doing and told us to run away, and we heard gunshots from around the corner. We were in the Delano, right next to a walkway that connects the Mandalay Bay at the Delano, and we heard gunshots from right out that hallway, so we think that the police were dealing with the shooter while we were down there.
You were inside?
I was inside. We refused to believe it was a shooting until it just kept going and going, and then Chase and Aldine left the stage, and then everybody started fleeing, and we started fleeing. We had to hop a gate to get out. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
And you heard it?
Yeah, I heard it. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And it kept going. Even after we left, it just kept going and going. It was insane.
That must have been terrifying.
Yeah.
And so you know somebody, you were with a friend?
My friend was hit. We didn't believe it at first. I felt her whole body. And I didn't feel any wound whatsoever. And then we got to where we were going, and then we double checked her again because she kept complaining, and we found a shoulder wound on her right shoulder. It was terrible.
How did she get here?
We were camped in front of the hotel, and then somebody put her in her car, and then we got on Tropicana, and we saw an ambulance, and I got out of the car and I talked to them, and they threw her in the ambulance. That's how we got here.
You never saw any weapons though? You just
No. From what I've heard, the shooting was actually at Mandalay Bay. I don't know if that's true, but I heard it was from the 30th floor on somewhere at Mandalay Bay. There was no weapon actually in the venue, from what I've been told.
So it was from your friend was hit. Did you see anyone else?
No, I didn't see anybody. Well, I've seen plenty of people that have been hit at the hotel. Here at the hospital, but yeah, I didn't see anybody else hit in the venue.
How many people are in there?
There was probably at least 70,000 plus in the venue. I'm not 100%.
Well, no, in the hospital, I mean.
There's a lot of people in the hospital. I have no idea.
So there was just like people being picked off from above. That's what you're...
From what I've told, yeah. From what I've been told, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, what was your name?
It was pretty much like a war scene inside. I've seen a lot of stuff in my day with the fire department. It was hard to see even the bodies that are outside down the street here that were carried probably a half a mile from the incident. Honestly, I probably pronounced 15 to 20 people inside. It's a very sad day on an event like this, something that never should have happened.
So you said you think you believe 15 to 20 people that you saw that were dead inside?
I know I pronounced 15 to 20 people inside, unfortunately. I do. I got my wife and my 4 other friends out. They're harboring in one of the hotels right now.
And you went back in with SWAT, right?
I went back in actually with SWAT. They gave me a vest, identified myself. Actually, I never went back in. I never left. I just left right now, actually, when they got Jason Aldean out. So we stayed under, did a recon of the whole situation, made sure everybody that was DOA at the time, I rechecked everybody. I was with another medic from the fire department, and I went back inside, and I mean, it's just something that we do. I wasn't trying to be a hero. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't leaving anybody behind.